Richard Fidler, our afternoon's presenter and Conversation Hour host. Hello.
Hello, Kelly.
And Daniel Viles, who I'm not quite sure how to title you, Daniel.
I wouldn't bother.
Man about town.
Mason's man.
Yes.
You're a bit late, aren't I?
You missed your era.
I did.
But you're here instead. Of course, you can hear Daniel with Richard Fidler.
Can I just say at the outset of this, Kelly,
yes,
how much Daniel and I admire and respect you as a woman.
We do.
Oh, no.
And as a broadcaster, we do. We have enormous respect for you as a woman.
Oh, okay. Now, with that in mind, what have you got?
What we have here is something which we believe is it was written in 1943, but we think it's just as relevant today.
Timeless wisdom, I think.
Yes.
And I'm sure you'll agree once you hear some of the wisdom in this document.
Yes, because you're fairly smart for a woman, aren't you?
Well,
so,
for a woman, yeah.
That's right.
You know.
So in Transportation Magazine, we have here 11 tips for getting more efficiency out of women employees.
Now, bear in mind, this is written at a time when women were entering the workforce during the Second World War, when men were away at the front. Women were taking on jobs that men used to do for the very first time, and there's a bit of nervousness about this. But this document is at pains. It's quite a feminist document, Kelly. It's at pains to assure employers that they need not be too fussed or too worried about it. Okay?
Right.
This whole thing. Women can do this job, so long as they follow 11 tips.
The female eunuch of its day.
It is. It's important.
Beautiful.
Okay?
You can smell Simone de Beauvoir in this document.
I get the smell of Simone de Beauvoir off this.
But tip number 1, pick young married women. They usually have more of a sense of responsibility than their unmarried sisters. They're less likely to be flirtatious. They need the work or they wouldn't be doing it. They still have the pep and interest to work hard and to deal with the public efficiently. You'll be hearing that word a lot.
Oh, those unmarried women, totally untrustworthy. Flighty, I think, is the word for them.
Incredible. July 1943 this was printed in.
And
Transportation
still so
Magazine.
relevant in 2008.
Tip number 2, when you have to use older women, I like that, when you have to use older women, try to get
What's
ones
older, I wonder, in 1943?
26. Try to get ones who have worked outside the home at some time in their lives. Older women who have never contacted the public have a hard time adapting themselves and are inclined to be cantankerous and fussy. It is always well to impress upon older women the importance of friendliness and courtesy. Kelly, Higgins-Devine.
It is. Those cantankerous old cows who've never had to deal with anyone. They're just in their house.
That's right.
Just with the 14 kids that they would have had back in 1943.
But, we've held off on body shape up until now. I think it's time we talked about body shape, Daniel. I mean, it has to be addressed, Kelly. It has to be addressed.
Remember, this was written in the spirit of helping employers to deal with the new stuff. Point number 3. General experience indicates that husky girls, which is defined as those who are just a little on the heavy side, are more even-tempered and efficient than their underweight sisters. If you want efficiency, get a husky girl.
Us fat chicks get the job done.
You do.
We do. And we do it...
I can't believe you drew that out of me.
And we do it with... Yes, we do.
More even-tempered and efficient than their underweight sisters.
Yeah, look, just ask...
A little prickly, those skinny girls.
Well, that's because they haven't eaten.
Yeah. I know, because you...
Give them a bit of chocolate, they'd be a lot happier. That's why the husky girls are happy.
And you can't say if they get upset, you can't say with a skinny girl, come on, give us a hug. It's like, hugging a stick insect. No one wants to.
Yes.
They break. Someone who's warm, and that's what this is saying, Kelly. That's
yes. Helpful.
Point number 4, Kelly. You listening?
Yeah.
You're paying attention here.
I
hope
am.
you are, because you're supposed to be more on the ball according to this thing.
Sorry, I'm trying.
Point 4: retain a physician to give each woman you hire a special physical examination, one covering female conditions. This step not only protects the property against the possibilities of lawsuits, but reveals whether the employee-to-be has any female weaknesses which would make her mentally or physically unfit for the job.
Well, that still happens at the ABC.
That's right.
We all have to go for the yearly physical.
That's right. Yes, you have to go into a small room and disrobe in front of a doctor before you can work here. Yes.
It certainly happens in Texas.
Can I just tell you that Pam O'Brien, your Conversation Hour producer, has walked in, flashed daggers at you. Oh, she's coming in now. You're in trouble. You are in trouble.
No, actually, I hadn't heard it all. I just was walking by, but now I want to hear more before I say anything.
I'm pleased. It's good that a young lady like yourself is coming in to educate herself.
Pam, would you call yourself cantankerous?
it does say that...
Can you see I'm speechless? Does that work on radio?
She's not as husky as some.
No, she's definitely not husky. Now, if you've just turned on the radio and gone, what? Now, this is from a 1943 guide to hiring women.
From Transportation Magazine.
And Daniel Files,
Yes.
who you can hear on Richard Fidler's program. Richard's here as well, of course. It does afternoons and conversation hour. They feel that this is still applicable in this day and age.
Enormously relevant, yes.
This is a service to you.
Okay, so we've had the doctor, is that right? You've got to have a doctor on staff just to make sure the women don't have women problems.
That's
that are
right.
going to cause them.
And a male doctor, of course.
A male doctor, of course.
Yeah.
And
Because the woman doctor would probably lie about it.
True, yes.
Yeah,
that's
because
right.
we're all siding together.
Particularly if she's not husky.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. But, there's also punctuality, Daniel.
Yes, point 5. Stress at the outset, the importance of time, the fact that a minute or two lost here and there makes serious inroads on schedules. Until this point is gotten across, service is likely to be slowed up.
And who would we say out of Richard, Daniel, and you and I, Kelly, were the better timekeepers? I'd like to know.
Yeah. Who would you say, gentlemen?
Kelly, all I can say about this is this means you start drive at 3:05, not 7 minutes past 3, not 6.5 minutes past 3, but 5 minutes past 3 on the dot.
Exactly. Well, I have been known to be tardy. Every now and again, there's 5 minutes of silence while Kelly organises herself.
Or as we call it in the radio industry, music.
Exactly.
Point number 6. Give the female employee a definite day-long schedule of duties so that they'll keep busy without bothering the management for instructions every few minutes.
Oh,
And you do that, Richard. You do. He does do that to me, Kelly.
He does, doesn't he, Pam?
Yeah.
Yeah. Walks in and says, Pam, here is your
Here's
daily
your
list of
list.
duties.
And it's a long list, may I say.
Yeah.
I didn't write this.
See, I'm in a mess because I've got a female producer.
Numerous properties say that women make excellent workers. They do, okay? All right. They make excellent workers when they have their jobs cut out for them, but they lack initiative in finding work themselves.
Yeah, we just
I'm
sit
just reading
around.
this, Pam.
We honestly just sit around waiting for a man
Yeah.
to tell us what to do, don't we, Pam?
Your desk is surrounded by silver platters.
And servants peeling me grapes.
Yes. Palm leaves.
There's more.
Point number 7. Whenever possible, let the inside employee change from one job to another at some time during the day. Women are inclined to be less nervous and happier with change.
Oh.
That means you should
Shouldn't
probably
be doing your
produce the
shift.
show a couple of times.
Yeah. Or just pop in and do breakfast. Yeah.
Okay, let's do that tomorrow.
Why
does
not?
happen,
We'll
doesn't it,
institute that
round
now.
Yes, we've got people doing everything everywhere.
Now, I've got point 8 here. Can I give you point 8?
Please
And I'm
do.
expecting a rousing here from Pam and Kelly on this.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Point 8, give every girl an adequate number of rest periods during the day. Right? Fair enough?
Here, here.
Because you have to make some allowances for feminine psychology. A girl has more confidence and is more efficient if she can keep her hair tidied, apply fresh lipstick, and wash her hands several times a day.
That's what antibacterial gel on the desk is for.
But there are lots of those have appeared in the last few days. We only have Richard and Daniel's word for it that this was written by somebody else.
I think it was
of
written by
course.
them.
Exactly.
See, it's much simpler for men. All you need is a reminder to flush the toilet at least once a week. That's all we need.
And the scrubbing brush memo, which goes out every now and again too. But
That's
we
right.
won't go there.
Scrubbing brush.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Moving right along.
Sure. Look, point 9, and look, this is a very sensitive issue. Be tactful when issuing instructions or in making criticisms.
Yes.
Women are often sensitive. They can't shrug off harsh words the way men do. Never ridicule a woman. It breaks her spirit and cuts off her efficiency.
This is true.
Yes.
As soon as you criticise us, we burst into tears.
Yes.
And we have to quit.
I'm going to go and wash my hands, Kelly.
Thank you.
I'll put the lipstick on.
Put your lipstick onto your hair.
That's right.
Brilliant. How much more of this is there?
There are two more.
Okay, go on.
Point 10, be reasonably considerate about using strong language around women.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My ears burn whenever anyone swears.
Yes.
I find it really offensive.
That's right.
As you know, Richard.
Even though a girl's husband or father may swear vociferously, she'll
Oh, yes,
grow to dislike
potty
a
mouths.
place of business where she hears too much of this. And finally,
Point 11, and
this is the most important thing of all.
crucial.
Yes.
Crucial.
Point 11.
Get enough size variety in operators' uniforms so that each girl can have a proper fit. This point can't be stressed too much in keeping women happy.
Especially the husky girls. They don't like it when it's too tight.
And I love this article. It's accompanied by a picture of 4 beaming women who have been treated in such a way that's made them so happy in the world.
That's
None
it.
of whom are husky.
Go the Transportation Union. Daniel, Richard, expect hate mail.